Hello, today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Fortune, Russia's war costs are ravaging its finances while Ukrainian drone overmatch sends Putin's forces reeling in a new phase of combat. The Russia-Ukraine conflict has entered a prolonged phase, marked by extensive drone deployment impacting both military operations and economic stability. Russian government spending on the war has surged, leading to significant budget deficits and mounting pressure on national reserves, while Ukrainian drone technology has achieved overmatch, giving Ukraine tactical advantages and escalating costs for Russia. Economic growth in Russia is stagnating, with GDP expected to rise only 0.4% this year, down from a previous forecast of 1.3%, and the country faces an increased budget deficit and depletion of reserves. In the near term, Russia may confront increased inflation, reduced public spending, and pressure on its currency, while over the medium term, the country could see a decline in investor confidence and slower economic recovery. Continued drone deployment is likely to escalate conflict and force costly adaptations for both sides, and new military and technological innovations may reverberate through the global defense sector. Next, on to volatility in financial technology. Business Insider reports that Robinhood stock has surged this week as investors cheered the launch of iAgent tools and the rollout of Trump accounts. Robinhood, the popular trading app, has a history of reacting strongly to technology innovations and regulatory news. Recent advances include new automated investment tools and targeted features like Trump accounts. The central company, Robinhood Markets, Inc. Hood, is driving these developments, with the Trump accounts branding directly associated with former President Donald Trump, and retail investors are the primary participants experiencing the platform's changes. Robinhood stock spiked following the introduction of these AI tools and political branding, and short-term volatility may persist as new features trigger speculative trading. Looking ahead, increased engagement could boost revenues and attract regulatory scrutiny, but political branding may polarize sentiment and drive fluctuations in user acquisition and retention. Meanwhile, the iAgent rollout is likely to set a benchmark for competitors and accelerate industry-wide adoption of similar technology. Next, to language in the workplace. As TechCrunch highlights, the rise of artificial intelligence has brought an avalanche of new terms and slang, and more workplaces are grappling with unfamiliar jargon. Since 2023, the proliferation of AI has fostered terms such as hallucination, prompt engineering, and fine-tuning, which are now common in workplace discussion but lack standardized definitions, often increasing confusion. Major tech companies like OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft frequently release new AI models, while workplace consultants and research institutions champion terminology clarification for better communication. TechCrunch recently published an AI glossary to help bridge the understanding gap among non-specialists. In the near term, inconsistent adoption of AI jargon can result in miscommunication and misaligned teamwork, but, over time, organizations may pursue formal training and standardization to streamline collaboration and reduce friction. Clear definitions will help employees assess risks such as hallucinations affecting decision-making, and broader adoption could hasten responsible integration of AI across industries. Now, onto the markets. European markets showed mixed results, with France's EWQ up nearly 0.2% and Germany's EWG fractionally lower, while the Netherlands led advances, EWN gaining over 0.8%. Spain's EWP slipped, and Italy's EWI held slightly positive momentum. In Asia, China's FXI surged 3%, while India's INDA was flat and Taiwan's EWT posted slight gains. U.S. sectors were little changed as the S&P 500 inched higher and semiconductors rallied sharply, with stocks up over 4%. Technology names had diverging performances. AMD advanced slightly and led momentum among U.S. favorites, while Microsoft and Nvidia dipped modestly, and Oracle saw a larger decline. The top stock gainer was DXSD, up 167%, while RAC suffered a dramatic 96% drop to lead the day's losers. In commodities, oil USO rose over 1%, silver SLV gained nearly 0.6%, and gold GLD was little changed. Agriculture prices slid, with DBA and corn both declining. Uranium URA stood out with a sharp 5% climb, while lithium LIT ended flat. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.